Left jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports,
WCS back at it again. Big salute to the supporters as always. On the boulevard. Fight week. You already know, man. This is not going to be extremely long live like last night. But since it's fight week, I wanted to start off this live by dropping you some jewels. You know what I'm saying? From the lens of WCS. You know what I'm saying? Just some of Tank Davis's steals when he was down here in ATL that I was able to catch. You know, some in monochrome and the other ones in color. You feel me? But let's get down to it. I want to, talk about Terrence Crawford last. I want to talk about what Jake Paul has been able to do, right? I know damn well y'all don't want to talk about no Jake Paul. I get majority of my audience, but you got to hear it deals with combat sports. It deals with entertainment, right? So what Jake Paul has done now, besides being signed to Showtime, besides being transitioned from Triller to Showtime, now he's basically putting his money where his mouth is, man. He's been going head up with Dana White about fighters' pay and what they can't do over there and all the restrictions that they have and what they can't wear. And I told you all, like early on when the UFC was rising up the ladder, before they had all this structure, fighters was able to have these sponsorships that they'll just toss over the cage. And these are sponsors that would get them paid in between fights, that allow them to allow them to earn between fight revenue, which is very important for a fighter until they step back in the cage, right? That went away when Reebok was introduced, and all they did was get like paid off. They was basically paid off a tier. You know what I'm saying? A small tier, and then they would get paid from the fighter's pay, which wasn't that much. Unless you have a big name, you've been a champion, all this other mumbo jumbo that goes along with it. But Jake Paul has made an announcement that he is signed with PFL, the Professional Fight League. Now, this is why I'm talking about it, because I was on record as calling both him and his brother the Goofball brothers. I can no longer verbalize them in that manner. I can no longer disrespect them in that manner, because he's now at PFL signed to be a part of the super fight division, where they're going to have special fights. Now, what he's doing is very, very extremely smart, business savvy, intelligent. Why? Because he's basically infiltrating a real organization, promotion, PFL, right? And he's able to insert himself into something just like boxing did. Boxing has exhibition fights. They've been having exhibition fights for quite some time now, right? So what he wants to do is do what no other MMA promotion is doing right now. They don't have super fights or, you know, a division just strictly for super fights. Somebody go in there for super fights. Like you can get some of the legends to go in here strictly for a super fight. Back in the day, they used to have super fights, man. That mean, you know, your opponent could outweigh you by 100 pounds. I mean, didn't matter. I'm not entirely up to date on how how PFL is going to structure this entire format for the super fight division. But Jake Paul is in it. Jake Paul is part of the signing. Jake Paul is part of the movement. And also, he made mention that the fighters are going to get 50% of the revenue from the pay-per-view. I mean, this is huge. Granted, he's been speaking about the lack of pay over there at the UFC. A lot of people, a lot of fighters were trying to get on with Triller. You remember when Triller popped out? You know what I'm saying? You remember when Triller popped out and they was handing out all that money? The same thing they was trying to insinuate that BOK was doing. Well, this is sort of kind of what happened here with this new clause that's going on with PFL. The fighters will get paid 50%, which is unheard of. You know what I'm saying? I don't know the entire paperwork on how the policy is laid out or what's the new format on which, you know, for the fighters to get paid in this new division. I don't know. I'm still trying to update myself, and nor do I want to talk heavy on it tonight. But I got to give, you know, shout out to Jake Paul. They're using their money and they're inserting it into combat sports, even though himself, he's not considered one of the best combat sports practitioners in the world. But he's integrating himself into these promotions like a boss. I'm going to be honest with you. Why is it that fighters cannot emulate the same thing? You make millions upon millions upon millions. And I know some people are going to say it's because of the complexion or whatever the case may be. But I'm saying you're making millions. Why fighters aren't able to make moves like this is puzzling to me. Puzzling. Very puzzling, man. Let's see the first on deck. Andrew Charles first on deck, man. What's good with Andrew? Appreciate you pulling up, brother. Appreciate you pulling up. So, big salute to Jake Paul. I mean, this is going to be huge. You're going to hear more about it. I'm going to do another live on it up the road. Some of the topics that I speak on, being that I do cover mixed martial arts also, it's not going to be entertaining to your earlobes now. But you gotta understand, you gotta find a way to provide the euphony, to channel the euphony, bro. You gotta bring that harmony to your what they call it, the the cola. You know what I'm saying? You gotta bring that harmony, that sound, whether it be combat sports or boxing. I'm not gonna ever speak strictly on boxing, and I'm gonna be more consistent with talking about mixed martial arts because a lot of you need a detox, and WCS is here to detox, you know, your brain from all the goddamn poison and contamination that goes on this YouTube shit, the pollution that goes on. These people just are one-dimensional, and they never want to speak about another sport because they have not taken the time to educate themselves. Real talk. That's just what I feel. So they just strictly talk about boxing, and it becomes a schoolyard. It becomes a sandbox. It becomes very stale, insipid, something you don't want to listen to. And you say to yourself, damn, I can't believe I'm torturing myself like this. You know what I'm saying? You become YTZ YTC zombies. You become YTC zombies, man. What, WCS is here to kind of give you a little bit of relief from that. One on deck, what's good? Bud Crawford beats Easy Route. Spence, what's good? Salute to you. Shout out to my guy, man. Prince in the building, man. Shout out and make sure you go subscribe to Bud Crawford beats Easy Route. Spence, man, all day, every day. Make sure you check him out, man. So y'all keep your eyes tuned in for the PFL, the pay-per-view super fights they're gonna have. It's just mirroring, the way it used to be back in Pride Days and Glory. They always just had these super fights and the Grand Prix that they had over there. Man, it was just so amazing, bro, to watch those fights over there. I mean, I know a lot of fighters weren't clean, but back in those days, man, you had to be cut from a different cloth to compete over there in Glory, Pride. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was just on a whole nother level. The rule setting was different. As you see on Risen, you know what I'm saying? I think one championship too. Over in Japan, they allow you the soccer kick in the head, like it's FIFA. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's on the knee or the hand, you can go there and kick them in the head with your shin, bro. The sense of alertness is different for the fighters. You know, when you hit the canvas in that ring, you better cover up quick, because that fighter is going to come over there and try to kick your head into the 10th row, and you have to do something about it. So it's much more entertaining, but a lot of people don't get a chance to see it because they don't pay attention to that type of fighting over there, that type of mixed martial arts over there, because they stuck on the UFC and Bellator. You know what I'm saying? So let's get to, the Bud Crawford situation, right? I want to show y'all something. All right? I want to show y'all something. It's a video that just released by Crawford not too long ago. And the reason why we puts it out there because, I just want to put it in a setting where room and we was basically conversing, right? And we was just bouncing thoughts and ideas off one another. I want you to put this in perspective. When, let's just say we was part of the PR team of Terrence Crawford, you know what I'm saying? And then you have the PR team of Errol Spence. So therefore, it's up to the PR team to put these fighters in the best light possible, right? And when I look at both of these fighters and what we're up here on YTC, we keep talking, we keep confabulating, we keep talking and talking, you know what I'm saying? Reciprocating topics after topics after topics, meshing them together like clay. You know what I'm saying? It's the same clay and shit. We just trying to make it look different than what it was previously. But this is still the same clay. But yet, when it comes down to this boxing and the fight that we want to see, Terrence Crawford has shown that he's willing to have undeniable, relentless dedication to stay in shape. That's very important, people. He has relentless dedication to stay in shape. You have to be committed differently. As human beings, even the Spencerholics understand that Spence is going to be in trouble if they ever step in the ring together. That's just the way it is, man. They can make 1,000 videos, but you can guarantee WCS is going to be a video where they frown upon, because I'm telling you, as straight as I can possibly get it, it doesn't have to be an arrow. It can be a screwdriver right in your eyeball, something that you can remember, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be an arrow. It doesn't have to be straight as an arrow. It just has to be something to get those them nuts and bolts tightened up, so you can understand that Terrence Crawford is out here on vacation doing this right here. that was just a little snippet of his video that he did in the dark. And unique part about that, you know who he is. I just needed, I just helped you out because I just put, a picture of him up there. You know what I'm saying? So you won't get it confused to anybody else. You know what I'm saying? I won't want anyone to come up here and lie on themselves and dishonor whoever, but believes in them as a person. To say that was Errol Spence. Terrence Crawford is shadow boxing on the beach at night. You know how much dedication that takes? You know how much true dedication that takes, raw commitment to be on vacation and say, you know what? I'm going down there to the beach to get, a certain amount of minutes in the shadow box because it's imperative that I make this happen. It's imperative that I stay in shape. It's imperative that I continue to show the people this is what I do. I take my profession seriously. And that's what we haven't seen from Spence. We don't see moments like this. It's not like they don't happen. You feel me there, Team Spence? It's not like you don't do things like this, but your fans can't see it if it's in your head. Come on, you got to jump out your headspace and put this shit into reality. We need to see you out here on the road, see you outside, goddamn world-class Alcatraz. We need to see you out here doing some shit like this and show us that, you know what, when it comes time for both of these fighters to fight, let's spend our money. Period. Let's spend our money. Let me get to the super chat, man. Let's spend our money on this, bro. Skywalk on deck. What's good? Pop on deck. Jamal Neezy in the building. What's good, Jamal? Andrew said, Bud trained to go anytime, anywhere. No doubt about it. I'm tired, man. You crazy, you rock. Shout out to Bud Crawford beats Easy Route Spence. $5 super sticker in the building. What's good, man? Appreciate that, man. One love to you. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate your donation to the channel. The Bud Crawford beats Easy Route Spence on deck. Bruce Gas Boxing Jazz. And more on deck. The Triple OG in the building, man. All I'm saying is, when you look at a video like that, right? It doesn't have to provide you with the correct ISO. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to provide you with the correct exposure. When they know, people. They know who's in the dark. They know who's up late. They know who out here on the beach goddamn getting it in. They know that shit. It's not a person on this YTC will get on here and say, you know what? The way it looks, I think that might be Errol. Nobody's gonna say that shit. Even somebody that's high and pretty, they feeling right. They smoking on the good synthetic, whatever it is. Goddamn blueberry dough, you know what I'm saying? Lemon custard, whatever the shit is. Chocolate fudge, whatever they smoking on. Nobody's gonna get up here and say, you know what? I think that's Errol. No. I'm telling you all that the reason why you should respect the fact that Bud Crawford is favored in this matchup, if it ever happened in life, is a simple fact he does things like this. He's out there continue to let the people know that this is what he do all the time. He stays dedicated. That's very important, man. Whether you like it or not, or you just don't want to listen because it's coming from WCS, but you gotta give it up. If you're a true hardcore boxing head, right? You gotta look at this shit and say to yourself, man, yeah, that's what's up. That's what I respect in a fighter. You gotta respect it. You don't have no other choice but to respect it, goddammit. Let's not play around with it. You gotta respect the shit that he on vacation, he's out here shadow boxing and goddamn them Cortezes. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to respect the man that want to go to the beach and get sand in his shoes. He ain't out there barefooted. He's out there getting loose and getting it in, man, and staying in shape, staying in condition. Isn't this what we expect out of athletes that's on the highest level, the elites? We expect them to have a time clock like this. We expect them to check in. We expect them to be consistent with what is conducive to their professional career. And Bud Crawford is proven that's what he does. Now, on the flip side of this, right? I don't know what that other guy's doing over there. I just know he's over there somewhere. We don't see him out unless he's at the beach. Now, the last video I seen, and he was with that lovely, baby mothers of his, who created the video that put him in the best light possible. I get it, but peep this up though. He was just sitting down on the lawn chair, just chilling. I didn't see a six pack, bro. I didn't see a six pack. I do wear glasses. I have prescription glasses. It's not the fact that I didn't see it without my focus on. It's just the whole point of if I was up close and personal. But you fat, dude. What's wrong with you? Did you see that video Crawford put out? Dude, open his shirt, had an 8-pack, and dude, you up here, you're looking like you don't have a care in the world, brother. Who are you fighting next, first of all? Who are you fighting? First of all, let's establish that. Who are you fighting? Faison Love? Like, who are you fighting, bro? I'm just curious. So people want to know, are we going to get the fight or not? Because I don't understand, the accident, then the beach. I thought the accident put you out until April, May. But the beach called you and you end up going right away. Once again, you said the accident from that 14-year-old tyrant, that juvenile rampage freaking kid who ran in the front of your car, it caused stuff to hurt. So since stuff was hurting, we was up here concerned as boxing fans to say, damn, what next? Man, somebody get a chauffeur for this guy. And you say, oh man, you told Brian Custer to his face, you lied to his face and say, stuff started to hurt. I won't be back to April, May. Okay, we got it. During that time, we have not witnessed you with a walking boot, any type of leg cast, arm cast, wrist, metacarpal, any of that, right? We haven't seen you with a crutch. We've just been up here wondering what's truly hurting. You know what I'm saying? What's truly hurting? And I think right now I figure that I broke the code. It's not even the Da Vinci Code. It's not even that deep. It's not anything like Pandora's box. This shit is very easy to figure out there, Spence. You know what I'm saying? This has to do with a what you call a dilapidated heart that no longer functions on full capacity. You know what I'm saying? It's dilapidated. It doesn't have the same health that it did back in the day. And when a heart becomes dilapidated, that's because what's supposed to be triggered from the neurological headquarters, which is your brain is not telling your heart, go work out, get in shape, stop eating fatty foods, stop indulging in alcoholic beverages, stop doing things that's going to put that weight on there. Stop just going out here tearing up your body. And then Spencer Hawley's blame it on, man, he had an accident, that 14-year-old. That's why he got knocked out in the second round, man. It wasn't because WCS said anything. It was just because of the 14-year-old kid, man. He could have killed him. He hurt him real bad. And not to mention, Spence been on record as saying that pretty much when he's at a red light, he's seeing flashes. He's believing Tonka trucks and freaking old Hot Wheel cars are gonna run into him. That's what Spence has been on record as saying, bro. When he's sitting at a red light, things just start to swirl. They're racing in front of him, man. old Hot Wheels and shit. Big ass Tonka dump trucks, the yellow ones and shit. Them motherfuckers just falling out the sky, hitting him on his head. That's PTSD for you right there. But not enough for him to stop driving. So some shit ain't adding up. Shit ain't adding up. You say you was hurt, and we talking about April, May, but the only person I see that's in shape is goddamn Terrence Crawford. He's out there on vacation in that goddamn clear blue water. How can you go on vacation, but yet you still at the gym? Dedication. 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 Commitment. 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 Dare I say more? Dare I say more? We don't have to go to the heart. You know what I'm saying? See you at 11. I'll see you at 1. Cookie, I need you to hold it down for me to 7 a.m. so I can call my girl. God dang, he must be talking about Neezy. Man, Neezy, man. Salute to him, man. He be putting in work for real. God damn, shawty. The 7, y'all going 6. Y'all going 6 in the damn AM. Y'all putting in 6 to bring in the Friday, yo. Man, y'all some road warriors, bro. Y'all some goddamn road warriors, bro. Real talk. Y'all do some road warriors, man. Seriously. Bud trained to go anytime. Absolutely, Drew. Andrew, absolutely. Train, go time. That's pretty much what I put up in the video. I did a slight edit. That video wasn't like that. I had to put my own little WCS twist on it. You know, insert some small edits and also approve it for release to the public, which I did. And there you had it. If you didn't catch it, right? If you didn't catch it, it tells you a lot about who's out here getting it in and how the people are perceiving it and how they know, even in a silhouette, they know it's not Errol Spence. They know with that silhouette moving the way it is, they know that's that Omaha monster in the dark. You know what I'm saying? In the dark, shadow boxing, getting that work in. It don't matter if it's a light workout. It's still a freaking workout, shawty. Believes that they're pressing him and forcing him to box off the back foot. That is not indeed the case. It is just another ploy for Crawford to do what he wants you to do so he can start to imply those counter shots. I mean, it's totally up to you on how you perceive the video. But if you look at the wording, it says go time. And that's what it's about, people. We should start taking that shit serious instead of listening to the Spencerholics pretty much rant and rave with hangovers every day because they don't like what's out here. They don't like what they're seeing from Errol Spence. They don't want to talk about the dude. They feel like he's a loser, and they really don't want to do live streams on him. So guess what? They got to talk about Terrence Crawford. Spence is fighting his girl when she tried to take the car keys away. Oh, that's hilarious, man. I think they were a lot. I think they were asking a lot from a guy who can't even drive. Hey, man, where's his team at? If this man cannot drive effectively, somebody provide him a chauffeur. What is wrong with that? Why do I keep on, when it comes to Spence, all I'm doing is WHAT, WHAT. What, why? What, why? This continues to play itself out. You know what I'm saying? This is becoming an omnipresence. Jamal Neasy on deck with the $5 super chat to WCS, man. Much appreciated. One love there, Neasy. Always thank you for your support. He says, I'm starting to think that EJ really got hurt by Ugas. They tried to train in the summer and couldn't cut it. This is why they dragged negotiations. Goddamn, Jamal Neasy just bringing that Molotov cocktail, man. You know what I'm saying? He's bringing Molotov cocktails, man. Molotov cocktails. He got that juice in it, and it's there to do damage. He's here to burn down all the freaking fake news out there. That's all. He believes that Errol Spence was indeed hurt by those right hands executed inside the square in that championship fight. At a certain moment in the fight, it did seem like that Eudenis Ugas may possibly become the unified welterweight world champion. It seemed close until one of the twins activate. That's when Lawrence Cole yelled the command STOP, and it froze up Eudenis Ugas. Because Ugas is a boxer at the end of the day. Maybe Ugas decided I didn't want to take the orders because I'm beating this dude's ass. But if they pay him money not to put 100% into this fight, he has to abide by that. You don't want to take money and then don't finish the job. If you're supposed to put in some move around for a little bit and then let Spence take over, that's what you do. You chose to it, you committed to it. But whatever money extra they gave you, you committed to it, so you got to do it. You can't switch that shit up because there's going to be people you have to answer to. And when they put your ass on the shelf, you're going to be all dusty and shit, whining, and tomorrow, okay, I'll pay your money back. It's too late now. So pretty much Errol Spence got that win. He picked up the next title. And then, we all look forward to the post-fight. And I think he should be severely punished for lying like this. I never said Errol Spence had integrity, but he should absolutely face some type of damn punishment. He should face some type of capital punishment. Because to me, he basically told a collective group of lies. But this one, after that fight with Ugas, with him up there telling the people and saying, Crawford, I'm coming for that fucking belt, he should be punished. He should be incarcerated for at least, the pain and stuff and the headaches, the bullshit, listening to him say that took us about 8 to 10 months of him saying some bullshit like that. So yeah, he should be punished, goddammit. He should be punished, reprimanded. Not just reprimanding anything. I'm talking about WCS handing down some community service for him to go out on the highway and pick up some trash. The reason why I'm saying that, subliminally, indirectly, I'm helping him out. We don't never see him outside the house, so maybe if he pick up trash, he can get motivated for this fight, start cutting them damn BMI fat percentages, that layer of fat, that bacon, you know what I'm saying, cutting that down and getting himself back into shape, bro. He should be punished for that shit. He said, Spence, I'm coming for that fucking belt. Man, you haven't came for anything, man. You haven't did shit. But fuck off the fans. That's it. One, that could be Neasy. Dion Washington on deck. What they do, my guy? Salute to you, Dion. Alabama in the building. You already know, man. NYT on deck. Bud is different. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Bud is different. Yeah. He's different, man. All WCS is trying to do is just get the message out to the people. But since my boy Dion on deck, I know he gonna say, Dion's gonna be like, call me when the first punch is thrown. Man, call me when the first punch is thrown, man. I don't want to hear all that. I want to hear about all these channels saying this, that, and the other. I don't want to hear about that. Call me when the first one is thrown. You understand that? Okay, we good. Look, this is my deal. Haynes Legacy on deck. Salute to you, brother. Silence King on deck. Salute. This is what I spoke about even when the accident happened. Because I tell people, man, I was deep in the bike since high school. I've been on many streets and I've raced so many times, man, the back streets or whatever. You know, I've been out there and I've seen dudes, like I said before, in full gear with helmets, hit the guardrail, hit objects, get thrown off a bike, go over to the ravine, full gear and die. This was full PPP gear on. You know what I'm saying? Full leathers, helmet, all that. Lying down there dead. Motorcycle accident. So you take somebody that's pretty much in a position worse than a driver that would be operating a motor vehicle in the name of a motorcycle and type of a motorcycle. And this is why I say that. This man was basically ejected with no protective gear on, and he hit the pavement. Now, why it's important to understand what I'm saying, not just to bring up old information, but I truly believe there's a residual effect going on with this guy psychologically. When you're talking about concussions does not ever just repair themselves. They don't just repair themselves. Concussions are very, very considered a much more severe injury when people let alone. The reason why people can't relate to it because a CTE is not something that you can look at from the exterior anatomy of a human being. This is something that goes on internal to their cranial cap. You know what I'm saying? On their brain. And the only way it's discovered and monitored is through machines. You know what I'm saying? You have to monitor it through machines. And then every now and then you have some individuals who are severely concussed and they start going through medical issues. And then if it gets too bad, depending on how much damage they have with the concussion, these people end up experiencing early stages of dementia, and it gets worse and they end up dying. It's just a prognosis of mine that Errol Spence will never be the same. The accident was worse than people think. See, you can get him in the ring to fight, with the right supplements and everything to get his brain right, to get him to be more attentive. But I just want to know, like, outside of VADA, are you going to ever sign back up to VADA Vice the time you did before Sean Porter? Sean Porter, you was on fat camps and you was just going in there and you was good. But now I think, and I'm feeling it. I think it's more out there supplement wise that he has to be given just so he can remember shit, just so he can, focus more in the sport of boxing and go through his training regime and know how to remediate certain things and remember them. You know why I'm speaking the way I am? Because Derrick James convinced me of that when he kept on telling Spence, focus. We got to work on focus. Man, I know what I'm talking about, man. I've seen dudes wreck motorcycles, man, and they're never the same because they hit their head on something. This dude didn't have a helmet on, and people expect him to just be some outlaw, some Mad Max, some bionic. He's supposed to be the Black Lee Majors. Hell fucking no, he ain't the Black Lee Majors, dog. This man is not in good health. But I don't want to talk too much of it because time to get the fight and it's come back. Okay, you think I'm coming over here for some other nonsense? You know he had the accident. Everybody knew that shit, and it wasn't gonna heal anytime soon. So whatever the shit you were saying, man, it makes no difference. You know, goddamn Spence wasn't perfect health, man. Come on, man. You know he wasn't in perfect health, man. Ever since the accident, they're gonna go all the way back to October 2019, man. Since that accident, he wasn't there, man. I'm being honest. Juice on deck, man. He was doing good until the ref said stop. No shit there, NYT. Wasn't he? Wasn't he? Plack, 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 bing, plack. Man, he was touching this man up, looking nice up in there. Mouthpiece damn near where the AC units at. People was kicking that motherfucker up onto the bleachers, knowing they was fucking up the time, man. And who in their right mind ever taught Errol Spence to go looking for his mouthpiece? Who told him that shit, dog? That is telling me what I'm saying, bro. That's proven to this dude don't have the focus that he should. He don't have the focus, y'all. Real talk. He don't have the focus, man. He don't have the focus. When he's not in the ring, I'm pretty sure he takes supplement to help him generate, you know what I'm saying, more thoughts, more energy. You know what I'm saying? They're giving him brain food. They're giving him stimulants to help with his thought process and his decision making and his memory. That's what they're doing, I believe. He's not just walking around here carefree, not taking anything. Man, he has a concussion. He has a concussion, right? That's only going to get worse with him being hit in the head. Errol Spence, between here and in his 40s, he may leave boxing for the wrong reason. I know it's hard for people to fathom that, but he might leave boxing because he's forced to, because he can't remember shit. He's losing his memory, and he might get knocked out pretty damn hard, bro. Don Vaughn on deck. He said concussions lead to CTE. Man, I believe he has CTE for real, man. That concussion being ejected from that sports car, no roof, the roof is open. Oh, man. That's all bad. That's all bad. I want to see how this car shakes out Saturday. No doubt. I want to talk about this car from tomorrow heavy. I got so many pictures, man, of some of the fighters that's on the card, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's good to see these fights and then pull out your archives and show some pictures of fighters that you taken all over. That's what it's for, man. That's what it's for. I just posted on my IG. Most people don't have this, I know. Kenny Ellis, Calvin Ford, and Mia Ellis, Killer B, posted them up there. You know what I'm saying? Posted a media scrum and another picture over there with Gervonta Davis that I took doing open workout in the A. I got plenty of pictures, man. Some I haven't used yet, but I will be flooding my IG with some pictures of fighters that I have. I even put Vito Melnicki's team. I took a picture of Vito Melnicki's team in Vegas. But truth be told, man, real talk, seriously though, it's a divide like we always knew in the YTC. I wouldn't call it a war. Because in order for it to be a war, you need more people to stick together to fight as one. And we all know these cats don't fight as one. They'll throw rocks and run behind the mountain, but they're not fighting as one. So we have a situation where we are rerunning the same topics over and over again. So in 2023, the next several months, we're going to see certain things take place. And I'm not really talking about the fighters that's coming off this fight the weekend. Like we already know Gervonta is going to be locked in. And then Boots, we don't know, if he comes out of here, he's gonna fight freaking Errol Spence, or we might see him fight Rashid Ellis, since they had a lot to say on the panel today. And really, when it comes down to fighters, man, there's no need for you to just get down and threaten them. Well, I kind of liked it with Tony Harrison and freaking Jermell Charlo, but there's really no need for you to get so hyped up and threaten them and mess up your money. You're not doing anything. I don't know how they operate at PBC, but Top Rank, you go over there if you want to and try to get stupid. Errol on his coach don't got the courage to challenge the pound for pound king. Man, we trying to build him up with courage for text. Yeah, we trying to assist, bro. We trying to, hey, everybody on here, man, we trying to be pen pals to Errol Spence in a way to tell him what he need to do. This is what you need to do, Errol. We trying to be goddamn pen pals from WCS. Goddamn, look up this dude and pass some information for us. That's all we want you to do. Smooth like that. Smooth like that. Just send them a goddamn a box, just like pen pals, and write what you want. What's your request? Yeah, I know it's in that request, in those boxes, right? You're going to have some shit like, man, get your punk ass in the motherfucking dirt. You see Crawford out there, shallow boxing, get your ass out the motherfucking house, man. And then you're going to have another lovely saying like this. Man, stay your punk ass off the beach, man. If you're not working out. This ain't no vacation. This go time. This go time, man. Then you might see something else like, when you going to come on here and talk to these damn Spencerholics, because they're hurting. They're yearning for you, for your attention at Errol Spencer. You just won't give it to them. So what they're doing right now is what you call redirecting their inner feelings. You know what I'm saying? They're venting those tantrums that they want to talk to you about, and they put them off on Crawford. They going on an all-out bashing parade about Terrence Crawford, the pound for pound best. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it though. Goddamn jealousy is time released in this earth. I get it. They're time releasing that jealousy. So we need to definitely get together, get these Hallmark cards, and send this dude something, because if he's continuing to get fat now, I'm gonna think the next person Terrence Crawford is fighting is Precious. You know what I'm saying? Precious might be up there. I can't depend on Spence. I'm just being totally honest, people. So I'm being honest, man. I'm being totally honest. I think if freaking Errol keep on picking up weight, man, we might be fighting Precious on fight night, dog. It's gonna be restricted rules type of fight, special rules type of fight, of course. But I think that's what we're gonna be fighting, man. Because Errol doesn't look like he's getting in shape anytime soon. And it's fucked up. But yet we have now Terrence Crawford over here showing his professionalism, dedication, commitment. So Vortex asks a very solid question. He said, WCS, why didn't Boots petition for the WBO? Because Terrence Crawford was not on his radar like people want him to be. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't on the radar. Him and Bozy, they have a plan on where they want to go. They know out of the two, one half of that is very, very much a threat. You know what I'm saying? A different threat than people saying out here. He's very much a threat. The reason why I say that is that it's Bud fucking Crawford, that Omaha monster, and he takes care of himself just like Boots take care of himself. They take the sport seriously. The reason why they wants to go because he has more belts. Obviously, he has more belts than Terrence, and he's the easier fight. Errol Spence is the easier fight out of the two. Everybody in their right sense of thinking, in their sane minds, understand that Errol Spence is a broken fighter. This may be extremely harsh, being that he can still go in there and do a left right, 1-2, a left right. You know what I'm saying? Pivot, hook. You know, he can still go through some of the fundamentals transcripts of throwing combinations. But at the end of the day, Derrick James told this man, we need to work on focus, 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 focus. Why is he telling them that? Because I'm pretty sure when they're doing mitts in the gym and training, because, you know, DJ is not his only trainer. He's just pretty much saying, hey, you're kind of losing focus in certain areas right here. Was Errol Spence losing focus when that sparring partner was touching him up in the eyeball and he had to relieve himself from the fight? Was that one of those times where that sparring partner was just touching him up? I mean, it's just a question. Was there any type of short-term memory lapse where he just wasn't in focus and it was blurry? He couldn't focus that lens. You know, the one thing about boxing, when people say focus, it deals with a lot of components, man. His mechanical components, his functionality meter that deals with his mechanical components. So if he's basically having to play defense and then he has to assert his offense, and the action is not the request, is not making it back across the synapses gap, there's a problem. That's called not being able to pull the trigger. I haven't really seen Errol Spence at a point where he's unable to pull the trigger, but I've seen him in a moment where it just seems like he couldn't get out the way. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't get out the way. So that goes into the mechanics too, because you have to process what your opponent is doing and it has to be delivered. I think some of the data that he's collecting, that shit's not jumping over the synapses gap for real. That shit is walking right up to it, chilling. Man, I'm about to go to the package store and get me some, man. I ain't going over there yet, man. I mean, I'm about to have work to do, shit. What the fuck they think I am, goddammit? Shit, I'm sucker free out here. That's what I'm thinking. The thoughts never make it back up there, man. I'm serious. That's the real life. It might be a little funny to you, but they never make it back. They need to find out why the mechanics is not working as smoothly as it should. Why? Because the body consists of tissue, consists of muscles and organs. Soft tissue matters too. We have ligaments and tendons, don't we? We have muscles. We have all that shit encompassing. We have what we know to be a head that sits above our shoulders. Encased in our skull is our brain. It is possible for the brain to swell without the brain actually leaving the skull. You can take damage and impact to the skull and your brain swell up, and they have to remove a part of your skull to let that brain swell outside to prevent you from having brain damage or potentially dying. That's a fact. Dub, right side on deck. What's good, Dub? Salute WCS in the chat. Salute to you, brother. NYT should be easier to make because they both on the same side. Oh my God, I hate the same side shit. The same side shit. It's like two buns being on the same side with no patty in between. Does that count? You know what I'm saying? Two hamburger buns on the same side. Mayonnaise, ketchup, lettuce, tomato, no bun. Are they on the same side? Virgil been number one for years at WBO and still took the other sanctioning bodies. I ain't mad at Virgil for moving on, man. One thing I can say about Virgil being on record, he said he was ready to fight them guys. And then his team got with him and he recanted. I ain't mad at him for recanting. It's not a duck. Virgil was a bowdy, just like damn Master P. I'm bowdy. He's bowdy. That's what Virgil is. I like it, man. I like his mentality. He's all about that, hey, let's go. But they smartened up and they went the other route. Smart on them. And guess what? Bozy and Ennis did too. You need a drum roll? They took the other route too. Bing bong ding. You're correct. What's my prize, please? You won 75 cents and a pack of Bubblicious. Enjoy. We was right. D-Ray on deck. But people, I will be back on tomorrow. I just want to come on here and talk about the pound for pound best in the game, Terrence Bud Crawford. And though this live was pretty sensible, don't ever get it twisted, people. I'm still collecting headstones in 23. I am. And for that guy who's over there taking subliminals, listen, I still haven't forgot. It's okay. But everybody that was on deck, man, continue to support the channel. Man, the donations, yes, sir. It would be great if you donate to the channel. It is absolutely to help out with the labor that goes into it. And check my IG out, man. I'm going to be putting out some vintage old photos that I have of events, man, because time has passed by with Tank. You know what I'm saying? I think I have some old pics of freaking Malik. I think I do, man. I think I do. I think I have some old pictures. I'm hoping I do. Khalil Hackett. I think I have some old photos of him. But also I want to release some of some fighters that's came up a little bit more now. I want to release some of them back on my IG too. I think it's been a while, man. I got so much shit on my archive, my hard drive, man. It's crazy. And also, sometime this week, man, possibly tomorrow, I'm gonna show you all a video of two content creators. I say one content creator and one, one guy who frequent. But I had them on the panel at the same time, and they both ended up passing away. You know what I'm saying? I had them on the panel at the same time, but I got a video. I have a video with us chopping it up, man. And they was both on my channel. You know what I'm saying? Chopping it up, and they both end up passing away, man. Unbelievable. You know, two good guys and everything, man. But I'm gonna do a live on that. I found the video finally. But yeah, go check out my IG, man. Y'all sleeping on my IG. You know, Twitter. I definitely need to go update my website and everything. WorldCombatSports.com. Yes, it's official. That domain is absolutely mine. But the ones who support the channel, man, you and you alone, man, gets the love and appreciation for rocking out with the channel and not listening to anyone said and what they say. And I don't want you all bringing me shit over here. I don't want you starting shit in nobody else's freaking chat. I don't do that. But they know. They know what it is. Until next time, people, turn up and tune in to World Combat Sports, and y'all have a wonderful day.